I don't know if you guys know. I had to get on here because I don't know if you guys know what time it is, but just received the message of this. You know how we're like going through timelines and shifting and this and that, whatever. Um, repeating cycles. There is an immense, and I mean immense, breakthrough in the racism cycle. Um, I was just sitting here eating my donuts and drinking my coffee, and I'm just like, the message just came through of that. Like, so in the past with like racism and things. Oh, I know. I was singing the song too. I put it on Instagram. Anyways, um, I've been known the message of like Martin Luther King and all the incidents that occurred that had to do with racism, right? So then I sang a song, put it on Instagram. So then the message came through where there's been an enormous breakthrough as far as continuing the racism cycle. And then also I got the message of this too. In the beginning of me doing YouTube, actually, is when I was stepping into my shamanism calling, and I was trying to access my roots. And then people started to play around, started playing in my face, whatever, and decided to send things through the screen. But obviously, I didn't know what was happening at the time, right? So, anyways, and through it came around through everywhere else. So, anyways, at that time, I was speaking up a lot about Native American indigenous people. I was speaking about murdered and missing indigenous women. Probably brought up Martin Luther King. Anyways, looking back on all these things, I felt the same way as I was looking back on my ancestors and how I was able to see where they didn't finish their soul cycles, where everything was stopped and what had happened. So the message that just came through, like I said, right now was, and this is a huge, huge breakthrough because this is a collective cycle that has been continuing over and over and over, and things have been done to keep that cycle going over and over and over. However, the breakthrough message is saying that there's been a huge, immense breakthrough. The racism cycle will not continue. It cannot continue. It's not going to happen to where it just keeps going, where all white people stay in power and whatever. And I feel like a reason for that obviously is probably has to do a lot with all the souls in the world right now finding themselves, waking up, learning what their purpose here is. People doing their healing work, soul healing, and just everything changing in the world right now. So, yeah. So it's a great thing because I've seen my parents go through racism. I've seen myself plenty of times up until today, all the time, where you're looked at because of your skin color or whatever. And right away people judge, oh, they must be ignorant, oh, they must be dumb, whatever. Then you have other morons on the other side, like trying to manipulate things so that way you look a certain way. Yeah, all those things are not going to occur anymore. Like, that's done. So since there is a breakthrough in that collective cycle as far as racism goes, there will be no civil war. That just came through right now too. What the hell? Don't ask me. I'm just the messenger at times. But anyways, I don't know. The messages come through little by little, piece by piece sometimes, and sometimes on the spot. But this is a huge, huge, huge breakthrough. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Dang, dude. It's exciting times. Like, if you don't see the exciting things happening, you're not living right now, man. I don't know. Well, just probably also a lot of souls still have like their own work to do, so I get it. It makes sense, but my face looks. I just did the tanning thing today again, and it looks kind of, I don't know, uneven. But anyways, exciting times. Like, if you just go back, just go back, and please go look and read. If you don't read about Martin Luther King, at least read about what his wife said about, and I this has happened to me too, um, several times, um, where his wife tells a story about how police were harassing them, and they would always have like gunshots going on around their house and stuff. And that's happened several times to me as well. Anyways, I'm not shutting up though. Thanks for the hearts. um, and I've exposed a lot of things, especially in the area that I'm living. And guess what? If you guys would have known what was done to me and other people that I love, you would see where my passion is coming from, and you would see why I'm so adamant about speaking up about these things, and why I'm not backing down. Because I wasn't the one in the wrong. They are, and they know it. So, freedom of speech and all that bullshit is only for them. Because once somebody speaks up like myself, like I did and like I have and like I will continue to do, they don't like it, and they try to do everything they can to intimidate you, make you sick, take you out, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's a bunch of bullshit, like I said. So after all the things that were happening to me, whatever, and we're done, because I spoke out about a lot of truth, about a lot of, I just exposed a lot of shit. And, I'm laughing because that's another reason why people don't like me and their little corporations and jobs, and why I actually started my own business, because, people like to, I guess, like to have their thing a certain way. And anyways, so if you guys read about Martin Luther King's wife and how she explains that she was living in fear in her own home, which that should never happen. And if you just see how Martin Luther King presented his message, like, peaceful, loving man, but also he was a God-fearing man. He followed the God of colonization. There's a lot that goes into the background of all that too, which is why people should go back to their roots. Because if he went back to his roots instead of believing in God, he would have found a whole different kind of, pretty much, I guess, self-defense. Instead, he was very peaceful. And what happened? Oh, and what did they do to Jesus? These people all came. This is why it's a different time. All of these people came. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. Love it. And I need more thumbs up. All of these people in the past, you have to understand, they all came with love. They all came in peace. They all came with understanding. They were trying to get the message across over and over and over again. Did the hateful people listen? No, they didn't. They killed all the people, took them out. Look at, I don't know why he keeps coming up. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm also a medium and a channeler, but I do some tarot readings. Anyway, the other one besides Marilyn Monroe came up a few months ago. She wants justice. But also Tupac. There are a lot of stars that have not had justice. And they're gonna get it, just like, you know, they are going to get their justice, just like us doing generational healing for our ancestors and getting justice for our ancestors. You know, it doesn't make any sense for it not to. This had to happen. It's been needing to happen for several centuries. It's old. And the funny whole part about the racism thing is this, is that a lot of white people themselves were actually made to believe that they were superior. If you don't think so, look at how, if you're white, look at how you look at a brown or black person and you judge them. They've been oppressed on purpose. They've been held down and held back on purpose. The reason why you judge is because they were never given a chance to have anything that you have. And I'm talking to the more white people who have houses, land, cars, things like that. So much shit in the background has been done to make you believe that you were superior. Yeah, don't worry. It's all going to come out. It's all coming out as we keep continuing living day to day. Everything is coming out. Everything is being exposed. And it's a beautiful time to be alive, seriously. Like, you have no idea. But you'll see. What did you say? They did love what you're talking about. Oh my gosh. I didn't really follow with the Diddy story or whatever at all. I don't follow that. But Cat Williams is cool. Don't know if he's into any of that stuff. Oh gosh. I'm laughing at you. Look at everyone the same. Yeah, but we've been pushing that message forever. The white people are the ones that are never going to look at us the same until they look at themselves first, and they look at how they think, how they judge, how they've actually been blackmailed and brainwashed to feel the way that they do. It's one of those things, you know, it's an individual healing process. That's why I brought up before too, even white people have to look at their, thank you for the thumbs up again, another one. Even they have to actually look at themselves, heal themselves, and fix themselves. And not only for them, but for their past, present, and future generations. But it's like anyone else, no matter what color you are, you're either going to do it or you're not. You know what I mean? And the way that the world is changing, I just put lotion on my hand. The way that the world is changing, how are you guys doing? I don't know how you guys doing the hearts, but thank you. The way that the world is changing, like, some people aren't going to have a choice. They're not even going to be able, I don't know how to explain it, because I've already said this before, and that just keeps going into soul healing. Like, that's on them. That's on them. Hi, Rexa. I'm doing good. Thank you for calling me beautiful, kind soul. But what did you say? What? I don't know what you said in the last comment, but I white and I love black people. Wait. Oh. How old are you? I'm just asking. I'm just curious. You said, but you're white and love black people. I mean, that's good. We should love everybody. Not even... Oh, okay. It's like you said earlier, it doesn't have anything to do with what race you are. If we were all to walk around with masks on and not be able to see people physically with our physical eyes, if we were only allowed to feel each other, hear each other, feel each other's emotions, feel each other's souls, Um, you wouldn't even think of these things. You would just say, you know what? Okay, I could feel this person's soul. Like, they're not a bad person. They're not a bad human, you know? But once we start getting into, which it is a timeline, once we start getting into like the racial timeline, and let me tell you, I'm getting into it a little bit there myself, because at the moment I have been connecting to my roots, and of course you get mad. Like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? You know, like, because if the shoe was on the other foot, guarantee. I mean, you're over here trying to scare people, shooting off guns and shit, but what about if somebody tried to silence your fucking voice? You know what I mean? What would you think? What would you do? You'd get pissed off, wouldn't you? Yeah, I know damn well y'all would. And they know who I'm talking to. So, don't call me that. That's so weird. Stop it. Ugh. Anyways. So, just go about your day and judge people by their character for real. Oh my God, did Martin Luther King say that? I don't know if he did, but literally, like, don't even look at the ethnicity of a person, because guess what? Even I was telling this one lady, I said, man, if racist white people were to take a DNA test, which I'm sure probably some have and some probably don't even want to, where we are in life now, everyone is mixed. Everyone is mixed with everything. So, I don't know if you guys ever seen that show where they did that, where you could have like the whitest person with the blondest hair and the bluest of eyes. They got African in them. Huh? You're like, damn, yeah, exactly. Because, but I know, maybe that's why they're trying to keep their, what the hell is it called when they, skinheads? The skinheads are the ones that, I don't even know if those are anymore. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. But, hold on. But as you go about your day and you meet people, look at them as a human being and as a person. Look at them for what they bring to the table, for what they bring into this world. Don't look at a person for their skin color. Don't look at a person for what kind of money they have or don't have, because like I said, a lot of things have been manipulated to make you think. Like I told you, I've been followed and harassed at my jobs before. Like, people sat outside my job for 12 hours fucking straight. So let me tell you, if there's anyone to tell you, I can tell you, there is definitely oppression, and there is people that do shit like that to make it look like so nobody can hear you. So nobody can hear your voice and what you have to say, because what you have to say is the truth. And there's a lot of people who have manipulated a lot of truth and don't like people like me speaking truth about things. So before you go out there and before you start judging someone for the color of their skin and what they look like, just remember, there has been a lot of manipulation in the world with everything, and even to make your mind think a certain way about certain people. What did you say? Lots of I don't know who you're talking about's in prison, but there will be a lot more. There's a reason why the prisons were being cleared out. Those people didn't even know. the ones doing all the wrongdoing didn't even know. Like, oh, you're letting out prisoners. Yeah, jackasses, for you. So there was room for all you dumbasses. Oh, jeez. Anyways, love y'all, beautiful souls. Thanks for sitting here chilling with me, and thank you for the thumbs up. Love y'all.